So he pretty much is telling you what's to come. Okay, these different smart cities, the MOTB, thermonuclear destruction, and downfall of Babylon the Great, and the rise of these cryptocurrency and then the digital dollar. Okay, this is Revelation 13:14. And to see with them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast, saying to them that dwell on the earth that they should make an image to the beast which had the wound by a sword and did live. You see? Ultimately, you're being deceived by the miracles of these smart cities, man. Believing this for your benefit, your protection. Nah, man. That's smart. Let's look up what the acronym SMART stands for. It stands for like Surveillance, monitoring, analysis, reporting technology. Yeah, that's literally what it stands for. But see, this damn devil, he's gonna try to lie to you and trick you and retract his word. Okay. So into Psalms 55 and 21, Psalms 10 and 7. You know. But we got the facts. We got it on video of Klaus Schwab himself saying that that's literally what it stands for. Okay, so how is that cap? You goddamn fact-checking AI bots that they've set up to do that, to limit the truth on their agendas coming out. Okay? Ultimately, now it's all being exposed. Okay. So if you still get deceived and you still get tricked and lied to in a time like this where all information is available to you, then that's on you. Okay, if you're not able to discern the Holy Spirit, chew the meat, spit out the bones this late in the game, then that's on you. Okay, but that's what it stands for. Okay, smart monitoring, analysis, reporting technology. Okay, surveillance. Slovakia. Drink some water. Okay. Continuing on. Verse 14 again from the top. And it reads, and deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast, saying to them that dwell on the earth that they should make an image to the beast which had the wound by a sword and did live. Okay, you're being deceived by the modern day medicine and modern day technology, which is all going to be combined into a smart city with a digital ID and an RFID banking chip tied to your digital ID and your digital bank account. Verse 15, he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as will not worship the image of the beast should be killed, right? And that image of the beast now is literally be given life through the AI, okay? Because this earth is going to be ruled through a technocracy, okay? The new Rome being brought back to life is through AI and this technocracy, which is all going to be set up through these smart cities. That's his ultimate vision. And he's giving life to that through the AI, which is going to be able to help set that up seamlessly, man. Okay, that's him giving life unto the image of this beast, man. Okay, which is that old Roman Empire coming back all over again through its philosophies and its ways. Okay. And if you don't want to bend the knee to Baal and worship this image and its mark and its power, then you're going to be killed twofold, either literally by getting your head beheaded, as spoken of in Revelations 20 and 4, or by being castrated from society because you don't want to take the chip. So you're going to be in a FEMA camp somewhere or just on the outskirts in the mountains. Okay. Verse 16, he calls all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive and work, and their right hand in their foreheads. And this is the end all be all, man. This is the end game. Okay? If you take this, you're doomed for destruction. Because it's the mark of the beast, man. You can't be redeemed from that. It's an unforgivable sin. Verse 17, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Verse 18, here's wisdom. Him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for is the number of a man, and his number is 666. Right? Ultimately, this is the end all be all, and after this, we know that this is going to be the end of Esau's rulership, man. Pursuant to 2 Ezra 6 and 9. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. Right? So after Esau, Edom's rule and all this rulership, what's going to happen, man? Ultimately, the kingdom of heaven is going to be established. And ultimate righteousness is going to flourish through the earth. This is Daniel 2 and 44. And in the days of these kings shall the Most High set up a kingdom which shall never be destroyed, and the kingdom shall not be left to other people, but it shall break in pieces and consume all these kingdoms, and it shall stand forever, going into the kingdom of heaven. Okay? Isaiah 45 and 17. But Israel shall be saved in Yahweh Bashem Yahshua with an everlasting salvation. You shall not be ashamed nor confounded, world without end. Okay? And we're going to be saved through Yahweh by him setting up the kingdom of heaven. It's going to be Daniel 7:14. And there was given him dominion and glory and a kingdom, and that all people, nations, languages should serve him. His dominion is an everlasting dominion which shall not pass away, and his kingdom that which shall not be destroyed. This is talking about the kingdom of heaven, which Yahweh Shai is going to come and establish. And if we be joint heirs and joint rulers with him, we gonna receive this, man, for enduring. This Revelations 20. This is 2:25. But that which ye have already, hold fast till I come. Verse 26. And he that overcometh and keepeth my works unto the end, to him will I give power over the nations. Verse 27, he shall rule them with a rod of iron, as the vessels of a potter shall they be broken to shivers, even as I received of my Father. Right. So ultimately, this is what's gonna happen. Okay. Yahweh Shai is gonna come back in the midst of these different troubles happening, in the midst of his new world order finally being set up and about to be run. There's one world government, one world order. New Tower Babel style. Yahweh Shai is gonna come back and thwart it all. Okay, and if we be joint heirs with him, he's gonna give us this. Okay, so we're gonna have power over the nations. Okay, we shall rule them with the rod of iron, as the vessels of a potter, they shall be broken to shivers, even as I received of my Father. That's what it says in Revelations 2:27. Okay, verse 28, and I will give him the morning star. Verse 29, he that hath an ear, let him hear what the Spirit saith unto the churches. Okay, because we're gonna be joint heirs with the Lord. Okay, this is Romans 8:17. Verse 16, that the Spirit itself bears witness with our spirit that we are the children of the Most High. Okay, right. That's why we say this is a spiritual thing, because you could look like you could look like a dang Moabite or a so-called Chinese person to be an Israelite, because the Spirit bears witness with our spirit that you're a child of the Most High, meaning the Spirit can sup with you and you can receive and understand this truth. Okay, because you're an Israelite. Verse 17, and if children, then heirs of the Most High, and joint heirs with Mashiach, if so be that we suffer with him, that we may also be glorified together. Right. The servant is not greater than the master, so we're going to have to go through hardship, persecution, okay, reviling, okay, false witness, and slandering on our name. Okay, but the glory we're going to receive from that is amazing. Okay, this is Revelation, because we're going to inherit the kingdom, and we're going to be rulers in a place that looks like this. This is Revelation 21:1. And I saw a new heaven and a new earth. I saw a new heaven and a new earth, for the first heaven and the first earth were passed away, and there was no more sea, going into the first rulership of all these different heathen, and ultimately ended with Esau, Edom. Okay, yeah, this current kingdom, you see. Verse 2, and I, John, saw the holy city, New Jerusalem, coming down from the Most High out of heaven, prepared as a bride adorned for her husband. Right, going into the 144,000 and the 1/3. Okay, the remnant, men, women, and children, hosts, and friends of the prophets that believe. That's the 1/3, and the 144,000, the 12,000 prophets from each of the 12 tribes. That's New Jerusalem. Okay, verse 3, and I heard a great voice out of heaven saying, behold, the tabernacle of the Most High is with men, and he will dwell with them, and they shall be his people, and the Most High himself shall be with them and be their power. Okay, verse 4, and the Most High shall wipe away all tears from their eyes, and there shall be no more death, neither sorrow nor crying, neither shall there be any more pain, for the former things are passed away, according to him putting the law, statute, commandments into our inward parts, and will be made immortal, because the wages of sin are death. So if there shall be no more death, and there shall be no more sin. You see? This corruptible must put on incorruptible, and this mortal must put on immortality, pursuant to 1 Corinthians, the 15th chapter. Verse 5, and he that sat upon the throne said, behold, I make all things new. And he said unto me, write, for these words are faithful and true. Verse 6, and he said unto me, it is done. I am Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the end. I will give unto him that is athirst of the fountain of the water of life freely. Okay, verse 7, he that overcometh shall inherit all things, and I will be his power, and he shall be my son. Okay, verse 8, but the fearful and the unbelieving and the abominable and the murderers and whoremongers and sorcerers and idolaters and all liars shall have their part in the lake which burneth with fire and brimstone, which is the second death. Okay, all you that didn't believe, okay, all you that were faking the funk, you different Israelites that were caught up in folly, not really taking this thing serious, because as days of nowhere, so shall the Son of Man be. So y'all were eating, drinking, and being given in marriage. Okay? All of you that aren't the 144,000 that were just bathed in wickedness, you're going to burn with fire and brimstone in the second death. Okay? Skip it down to verse 10, because this is what the kingdom of heaven is going to look like. This is what Israel is going to look like. Revelation 21:10, he carried me away in the spirit to a great and high mountain and shewed me the great city, the holy Jerusalem, descending out of heaven from the Most High, having the glory of the Most High, and her light was like unto a stone most precious, even like a jasper stone, clear as crystal. Verse 12, and had a wall great and high, and had 12 gates, and the gates 12 angels, and names written thereon, which are the names of the 12 tribes of the children of Israel. Verse 13, on the east 3 gates, on the north 3 gates, on the south 3 gates, and the west 3 gates. Verse 14, the wall of the city had 12 foundations, and the names of the 12 apostles of the Lamb. Okay, verse 15, and he that walked with me had a golden reed to measure the city, and the gates thereof, and the wall thereof. Verse 16, the city lieth foursquare, and the length is as large as the breadth. And he measured the city with the reed, 12,000 furlongs. The length and the breadth and the height of it are equal. Verse 17, he measured the wall thereof in 144 cubits, according to the measure of a man, that is, of the angel. Verse 18, and the building of the wall of it was of jasper, and the city was pure gold, like unto clear glass. Verse 19, the foundations of the wall of the city were garnished with all manner of precious stones. The first foundation was jasper, the second sapphire, the third a chalcedony, and the fourth an emerald. The fifth sardonyx, the sixth sardius, the seventh chrysolite, the eighth beryl, the ninth a topaz, the tenth a chrysoprasus, the 11th a jacinth, the 12th an amethyst. And the 12 gates were 12 pearls. Every several gate was of one pearl. And the street of the city was pure gold, as it were transparent glass. Verse 22, and I saw no temple therein, for the Lord Yahweh Shemashah Almighty and the Lamb Yahushai are the temple of it. Verse 23, and the city had no need of sun, neither of the moon to shine in it, for the glory of the Most High did lighten it, and the Lamb is the light thereof. And the nations of them which are saved shall walk in the light of it, and the kings of the earth do bring their glory and honor into it. Okay, right, because the nations shall flow unto us to learn our ways. Okay, verse 25, and the gates of it shall not be shut at all by day, for there shall be no night there. Right, meaning Israel can always come back into the land whenever they please, I believe. Yeah. And they will have full knowledge, wisdom, and understanding in that day, because the law, statutes, and commandments is going to be put in their inward part. Verse 26, and they shall bring the glory and honor of the nations into it. Verse 27, and then shall in no wise enter into it anything that defileth, neither whatsoever worketh abomination or maketh a lie, but they which are written in the Lamb's book of life. Okay? So ultimately, that's what the kingdom of heaven is going to look like. And not only that, we gonna have different planets too, pursuant to John 14:2. In my Father's house there are many mansions. If it were not so, I would have told you, I go to prepare a place for you. Verse 3, and if I go and prepare a place for you, I will come again and receive you unto myself, that where I am, there ye may also be. And whither I go, ye know, and in the way ye know. Okay, and so his Father's house, that's the Shemayim, man, the waters, the heavens up there in the sky, man, space, the heavens. That's the Most High's house, and there are many mansions, meaning many different planets. So in the kingdom of heaven, we're going to have many different planets to visit and to conquer and inhabit as our own, man. Because Israel's going to be as the stars of the sky and the sands of the sea. So we're going to need to repopulate and move to a different planet, man. All these things are going to come, but we're going to have to endure and get through all of the Jacob's trouble and the hardship and the persecution and the evil that's coming onto the earth, man. But just stay strong, because we're going to be an ultimate everlasting rulership, man. So I pray this lesson was edifying. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushai, Bahashim Rakakwadash. Double honors unto the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who taught us his truth and rule well. Until next time, I say Shalom.